This is a Play Your Way network presentation. Get the full story at PlayLifeYourWay.com. In a world where comics, movies, games, rumors, and Kardashians come at you 24/7, three champions will rise to defend you from wasting precious time, money, and emojis. BK, Nate, and Derreck will show you how to do it. The Player Way.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, this is your boy BK. It's on once again. And we are live on YouTube. And,
in living color.
Absolutely, we're doing it. We are also on our podcast, on iTunes, and wherever fine podcast content is found. This is your boy BK, the resident DJ of the Player Way podcast, along with my co-captains Derreck.
Corrupting the system you already know.
And Nate.
Hi, that's me.
So, man, it was so hard to, hold off on, when we did the, shout out to Jonathan Barron for coming on the deep dive on Friday. It was so hard for us not to, delve into what we're going to talk about leading off the show. It would be remiss if we did not immediately
I saw you touch on it a little bit. I was like,
just the tip, though. So, Nate, I feel like because I used your word exquisite, as in exquisite acting, I feel like you should lead us off, man. Tell us about the Infinity War trailer, man.
What's there to say that you can't watch? This is the culmination of 10 years of long hours put into this franchise of entertaining movies, and I wanted to shed a tear. I really did the first time I watched it. It was fucking magical. From start to finish.
I mean, Derreck, what was your thoughts?
I saw it and I was very similar to what Nate just said. I was like, man, Iron Man was 2008, and man, we've seen just this copious amount of action, and Marvel has the pop formula for movies. They know what works. They know what 4 chords are going to hit your heart, and it's exciting. I had that similar feeling as I had with Civil War, with Homecoming, but this, no, man, everybody coming together. The trailer kind of made me look at Justice League a little different, just seeing this short trailer.
Man,
this trailer was Marvel saying, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, dude. It's that, man. I bet you can't stand on your head and touch your tippy toes at the same time. Hold my beer. Man, it was insane. And what I love is we predicted that it was going to drop really, really soon. On the last podcast, some people even said that we were talking about it too early. And literally, when I got back downstairs after finishing the recording, the trailer, the little tidbit of foreplay was on YouTube. I don't know if y'all had a chance to see that, but it was like a little teaser kind of showing, as Nate said, the culmination of everything leading up to then. So, I mean, it was I saw that and I was like, oh no. They not waiting till Friday. They pulling it out right now, just straight on out.
They sure did.
I love that Derreck motioned exactly what I was thinking.
Boom! They put it on the table, split it in two. I said, boom.
Split it in two? Wow.
This really kind of sets the tone of what sort of movie I think this is going to be. Ultron kind of had the same tone with its first teaser, and people felt a little cheated when the actual movie came out. But
you don't know how.
I think this is going to be, not to say it won't have its humor in it, but this will be probably the darkest movie Marvel released.
I hope so, man. I love, it
needs to be.
I just enjoy how Marvel persistently pisses me off with what they're doing. For example, before Age of Ultron came out, Iron Man 3 came out. And there was this thing with Iron Man 3, kind of all of the stuff that was done there with extremists and with the fake Mandarin.
And
all of the suits getting blown up, and the thing being taken out of his chest. I was like, what is this? I was so confused. I was like, what are they trying to do? And then Ultron comes out, and you're like, oh, okay. He's been a madman trying to create this thing, and he finally has the battery pack to create it. And it explains that he was kind of a mad scientist even in that film. And so now moving forward, we're all like, man, Thor was kind of a little too comical. And then this dark trailer comes out. It's like the prelude. Like everything was all cool just a week ago. Like literally, just a week ago, it was
all
cool.
fun and games until Daddy came home and stepped out that Stargate.
Until the Fire Nation showed up. Man,
it was like, all...
Woo, man.
Until Thanos the Balchinian steps out.
I know, right? So predictions. What is already? I got my theory, but who do you think is the person that Tony is crying over in the trailer?
Cap.
You think so?
I know that it seems like all signs point to him, and sometimes the most obvious, but I just really feel that maybe it is Cap.
Nate, I think Nate knows who it is. And
yeah,
I'll agree with him.
We talked about this, and
offline,
we both think it was Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man.
But to be fair, I think a good bit of most people will die, and then I really believe that Avengers 4 will be sort of a Days of Future Past type of thing.
I thought that with their whatever, like on their next phase, like the Avengers is only gonna, like the only remaining characters will be Spider-Man, and so I guess it doesn't necessarily mean it's Peter Parker, right? Is that?
No, I think most characters will die. This movie will end in a bad note. Thanos will gather the stones, and then Avengers 4, which everyone is coming back for, plus Captain Marvel,
which is 2019.
Yeah, that's going to be, I think, sort of like a Days of Future Past type of, we need to go back and somehow
Doctor Strange does some sort of time stone.
Yeah,
that's my personal theory.
Yeah, I think the Eye of Agamotto.
So they're going to do a better version of Flashpoint than DC hasn't done yet.
Before Flashpoint even comes out.
Hey DC, we'll throw you a bone. This is how you want to do it if you guys end up doing this.
And speaking of Days of Future Past and resetting, dude, have y'all heard the news? It is very, very possible that we are very close to the apex of a deal between Marvel and Fox. This is insane. Have y'all been reading up on it?
Yeah.
Well, just the bylines and
yeah. So what? I'm just thinking in 2019, if Wolverine is in the end credit scene of Infinity War, or if he comes and saves the day, if the X-Men
is in it, or if the X-Men show up.
I don't think anything crazy like that would happen.
No, it's time for conspiracy theories. I predict that we will get in phase 35 an X-Men versus Avengers event cycle.
If that ever does happen, yeah, but Marvel would take the time to establish the X-Men, things like that. I don't care about the X-Men as much as I care about the Fantastic Four. Like, I want Marvel to have Doom. Have him be the big bad for.
He needs to, man.
All I want is a scene between Cap and the
Red Skull.
No, and the flame on dude. What's his name again? Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm.
Yeah, a scene between him and Johnny Storm where like they kind of nod at
they look at each other.
Yeah, and you see Johnny Storm. Like I want to see that. Man, just so many possibilities. What is the one thing that you want to see in the upcoming Avengers film? This one coming out, Derek.
I want to see. I want that Empire Strikes Back vibe. I want Thanos to come out there and just handle all these goody two shoes. These arrogant humans who think that they have the audacity to try to protect this planet when I am Thanos and I just need to pick up these stones from you. Thanks. Like I want that vibe. Not even character. Well, I guess more so. I want to see a complete villainous character.
Right.
Whereas most of our villains are alluded to how evil they are, but I really want to see the down and dirty on this guy.
I think that's what people didn't like about Age of Ultron is I think Ultron we expected for him to really go to town,
go dark,
especially with that
having access to the planet, yeah,
and with that speech at the very beginning. We almost kind of expected him to kind of win a little bit, but he was so easily beaten. Derek, go ahead.
Oh, what you just said reminded me of exactly what we said about Justice League when I was saying I wanted no protectors, no lanterns, no Kryptonian. I wanted that villain to step out of the boom tube, not Steppenwolf. We wanted that Ultron that said, you want change, but you don't know how.
Yeah,
and then he just went online and had a hissy fit and was awkward teen Dylan.
Yeah, I think a lot of these films are symptomatic of trying to give audiences what they think they want rather than telling the story. Marvel is willing to tell a story even if it's going to piss you off because they know it's going to get you somewhere. I never expected at the end of Justice League to have a good ending. I really expected a cliffhanger ending. So when it ended really well, it was kind of like,
That's what we had. That was our best.
Yeah,
that was our best.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. Nate, what are you expecting from this film? And Derek, yours is good. I'll drink to that.
Oh shit.
I need a job. Oh,
there's a scene in the Infinity
Hawkeye in the
comic
house
with Cap going up to Thanos. He's the last one there, and he gives this whole speech about as long as there's one person willing to stand up to you, that sort of thing. And then he gets smacked down. But it was sort of a testament to, like, I'm Captain America. I'm going to be the last one standing. I hope there's a scene like that. Like, Chris Evans gets to have some sort of monologue, but just, then bitch slapped by Thanos. And then that end the movie like that. Boom,
Man.
Yeah.
I really hope that I really want to see a scene where Thanos beats Tony Stark so bad he peels the armor off of him. Like I just want to see him pull the armor off his body.
Yes.
I do think we're going to get the sort of extremist armor that we didn't get in Iron Man 3, the bleeding edge armor.
Yep.
Just seeing how from the Black Panther trailers how that suit came on Michael B. Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah, like I think
dude. And then Cap with his whatever technology he had. It looked like he had that thing that you were talking about, Nate. I guess kind of like
shields. The shields on his. Yeah.
I think and he has another. He went through this. He was stopping Captain America in the comics and went by this character named Nomad. Yeah. I don't think they'll call him that in this movie, but I can see him doing like a throwaway line, like, "Oh, I don't know where Cap's been. He's such a nomad," or some shit like that. Like some cheesy line, but a nod to it, for the
Speaking
fans.
of nods to
nothing cheesy like, but I'm a fan of Justice though, right?
With a spit curl. Nate, speaking of alternative names for characters, do you think we're going to see Ronin in this one?
For Hawkeye?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. A lot of people, that's a fan theory that because there's been some pictures of Hawkeye with a faux hawk type of thing going on that they think he's going to be as Ronin in this one.
I don't think there's no the only reason he became Ronin in the comics was because there was another Hawkeye.
Right. Well,
so I don't see. Yeah, they don't have that.
What do you guys expect Captain Marvel what her role is going to be in this one? Do you think we'll see her in this one, or we're not going to see her until the second one?
I think you'll get it after credits, if anything.
Yeah, didn't you guys kind of mention that is the Kree is supposed to be mentioned in this, or yay, nay?
No.
No, we were talking about. That was Agents of Shield.
Agents of Shield. All right.
Agents of Shield. That's where. But the fact that they are showing the Kree and the Brood, that means we may see someone like that similar to it. But I don't. Not in this film, at least. I think they're going to save them for Guardians.
Yeah.
The next Guardians film.
The movie after this. No, I don't. The movie after the Avengers is Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I could see her being an after credits there. Mm-hmm. Her movie's set in the 90s. Like, how are you going to explain it in Avengers 3 if she pops up? I don't.
Oh, okay, so here's another one. Another fan theory that people have. People are speculating that that the low-hanging fruit is that the Soul Stone with the black fist in the air is in Wakanda.
Yeah, I think that's 100% to be true. That's why there's a big battle that they're showing in the trailer.
Okay. See, a lot of people are saying
that's why. Isn't that why they had Bootsy Collins playing his dad?
I know. Bam, bam, Bootsy. Bam, bam, Bootsy.
I just rather be with
bam,
you.
Bam, bam, Bootsy. Exactly. I'm telling you.
Wabba zabba dabba doo, baby.
Exactly. Okay, now I'm about to get into it. Okay, let me get on to the next thing. So speaking of a whole lot of funking going down, there's also a whole lot of trailer speculation going down because Jurassic World 2 is dropping this week, y'all.
Yes. Favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park, so anytime I'm going to see something to do with some dinosaurs that will be running wild, corrupting the system, and eating humans left and right, I'm in. I'm so in. Why wouldn't I be in?
Yep. So it's called, the official name of it is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah, so it's going down. A lot of speculation about what this film is going to be about. It's being said that it's going to be kind of like a spiritual successor to The Lost World, seeing that Jurassic Park is going to be basically, there's like a dormant volcano that goes off and they have to actually evacuate, and all kinds of hybrid dinosaurs that they didn't know were actually there. You know how it is, like when nature starts to change, you start to see all kinds of animals
adaptations.
Animals come out of the woodwork because they've been in hiding, and so they're coming out. So we're expecting a new type of raptor to be in this film. There's another, like, between a larger lizard that's larger than a raptor but smaller than a T-Rex. We're even seeing there's going to be a scene that Chris Pratt is seeing the T-Rex on a big, like, 18-wheeler tractor trailer, and he looks at the T-Rex who's kind of sedated, but he's starting to wake up, and he's like, this is going to be awesome, and it ends right there. So, you know, we're expecting a lot of the same types of nods from that original The Lost World Jurassic Park, and I just love that the whole Jurassic World franchise is going back and fixing the sins of the father. Like, it's not trying to reinvent the wheel, it's just trying to take what worked and then throw away the things that did not work and that did not hold up with time. What do you guys think?
Ching! I'll drink to that.
Drink to that. Oh, I guess I got to drink to that too. So this is the second shot. We're almost done with our complete gentleman's bet dues. I got to actually fill that all the way up. And woo! Woo! Woo!
Hey, Ray.
Man, I am hungry.
Hungry as shit.
So what do y'all think? What are y'all thinking, man, about Jurassic World 2?
I'm excited. Jurassic World kind of brought back the magic of Jurassic Park for me, so I'm excited to see what they do again. I don't really care what the story is, to be honest.
I just want to see it. I don't care what it's about. I just want to see it.
Like Derek said earlier, as long as dinosaurs in there, you know.
Yeah, right. I want to see yes. Shades.
Although that whole make-believe and Dominus Rex thing was kind of, I hope they don't create a new dinosaur for this one.
Oh, they are. They've
funny you should mention that.
Yeah, they've created 2 different species for this film. Yeah, so they've definitely been in there. Yeah, there's like this. There's something called like the Omni something or other. God, I wish I had the names right in front of me. I can't find them. I watch like all kinds of videos on YouTube about it, and I didn't but I can't quite find any of it right now. So anyway, life finds a way is the tagline. And money finds a way to be taken every time they come out with a trailer for these films. So I keep telling myself I'm not excited about dinosaurs because I'm not into it that much, but I still spend this money up every single time, making it rain.
More.
It's like going to a strip club. I'm
Man,
not gonna spend nothing.
This also takes me back when you were at kind of getting superhero high, drunk, maybe kind of overcrowded with it. And this will, I know it's kind of spaced out, it's going to be next summer, but this is going to be another one of those where it's not a superhero movie like we have every 3 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a more tidy summer. I mean, it's looking like we're going to have a much tidier summer. And speaking of which, this summer was a freaking mess. And we're going to talk about that. We only got a little bit, we got a good bit of time left, so we want to save that time because, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, with all due respect, we're about to go and run down what we believe are our top 10 individual worst films of 2017. So here's how this is going to work.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, in your face. He just went straight money shot with it.
Exactly.
Val Venus.
Exactly.
Hello.
Exactly. Hello, ladies.
Exactly. Boy, with the purple undies. Tiny
Everybody, it's time to come aboard the train.
Yes, throwback.
Bump. Okay, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we're having fun on this podcast.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you better call somebody. That was a good.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh no, you remember this? The shake, rattle, and roll.
Oh,
you remember that?
The original Five Knuckle Shuckle. Man. Okay. All right.
Man.
So here's how
All right.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna go around the circle. I think we should take a drink every time at least two of us, link up.
Have the same placement.
At the same placement. At the same placement. Exactly.
All right. Are we gonna go from our
Worst
worst movie to
10.
the one that we hated the most?
10.
Okay.
10 all the way.
10 being the one you hated the most.
Exactly.
No,
10
one being the
no,
one
no,
you
no.
hated
One
the
being the
most.
one you hated the
Well,
most.
let me rephrase. The last movie that we say being the one we hated the most.
Exactly.
Yeah, one is the worst,
All right,
and
cool.
we go 10 to 1.
And I think
Gotcha.
we're all going to be taking a drink on one. I'm almost for certain. For Satan. In fact, I'll sweeten the deal. It doesn't even necessarily have to be all on the same number if it shows up on all of our lists. So if it shows up on all of our lists,
Come on. There's only a finite amount of movies out there.
I think we're going to link up.
Placement.
I think it's going to
Yeah,
be like...
and I only have one more to do.
Listen, I think it's going to be like females at that time of the month. I think it's going to all link up for us. So I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to sync up just right. So, all right. So if we at least two of us share a piece on, on number, then we drink. And if at least two of us on different numbers, no, all three of us on different numbers get one, we also take a drink. Is that good? Is that sweeten the deal enough?
I mean, this will only go one round for me.
Let's do it. All right. No. We gotta keep going, man. All right.
Nate
Come on, Nate. You gotta keep going. Man.
You're sweetening the deal.
Exactly.
I got you.
All right. Anyway, let's start with it. So, Derek, let's start with you at number 10.
My top 10 worst movies, movie that I thought was the worst, but maybe I disliked it the least.
Yes.
So to speak, comes in with Wonder Woman. Even though a box office success, even though everything, let's be honest, this movie was boring. It was a predictable movie. We all knew that third act was going to fall, and it fell dead. It fell dead, okay? I don't even have to use proper... Yes. It was obviously just... It was lucky. It was lucky because it didn't do anything for Justice League. It didn't do anything for Wonder Woman other than sell Halloween outfits. That was my least worst movie.
Wow.
You said we was hating on this, and I'm hating.
Hey, Nate. Hey, with Nate.
Yeah.
My number 10, originally this wasn't even going to be on my list, but after thinking about it more, I just get angry. And by the sheer disappointment of what this movie should have been and how much it's tarnished the brand, my number 10 is Justice League.
Yes! And mine is too! Mine is number 10 is Justice League. Yes, we take a drink.
I mean, that's interesting because you seem to really
Take a
like
drink. Yep. Look, and I made the decision that it was number 10 as soon as I saw the trailer for the 8th time. As soon as I saw the trailer for the 8th time.
Not the first, not the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, but the
Exactly.
eighth.
The 8th time, I was like, I told Rachel, I looked at Rachel, she said, you really love this trailer, don't you? I said, I would pay the same amount of money that I spent at Justice League. I saw Justice League twice, okay, in a nice theater both times, okay? All of the money I spent on concessions and wine when I went to go see these films, I would pay all of that money just to see Justice League back to back to back only 4 times. or the Infinity War trailer. So, drink up.
I just did.
Derek, where's yours at?
What do I need to drink for?
We all drink.
Y'all's the one that had the same. Y'all's the one that had. You said we all drink if all 3 of us have one.
Okay, I'll give it to
Boy,
you.
you ain't
All right. Number 9. Starting with Nate this time.
This again, like, it wasn't the worst movie out there, but I was a little disappointed by it. King Arthur is my number 9.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
And the stupid origin of the Knights of the Round.
I'll go next. My number 9 was Boo, a Medea Halloween 2. I really feel like these movies need to stop being made at this point. Who cares? Tyler Perry, I hate you. You have all the power in the world, and you chose to make Medea Boo, a Medea Halloween 2 times.
2 times.
2 times. Give this nigga the biggest hee-haw. Jackass of the day. All right, go ahead, Derek.
Number 9 for me. Even though the kid in me enjoyed seeing this and appreciates these type of ones on the screen, I have to at least admit how bad it was. As bad as Revenge of the Fallen comes in at number 9. Transformers. The last ridiculousness.
Good job, man. Good job.
It wasn't what you thought. My apologies. I know what you thought it was.
I think I knew what.
I knew what you were thinking, but
might it be a Gore Verbinski? All right.
No, I don't see that movie on this list.
All right, so
I thought you were going to say what my next one is.
All right, so it's my turn to
have
go
a
next
feeling.
at number 8.
All right.
Number 8. My number 8 is Transformers.
Go!
It's Transformers. It's Transformers. And not even because I saw the whole movie. Because Rachel and
I saw some latchkey kid.
I said it on the podcast earlier this year. There was a moment where Rachel and I were in a show hall on YouTube, and someone had bootlegged part of the movie, and we watched the junkyard scene. And Rachel and I saw the junkyard, and we were like, "What the hell is this? Is this
what
really
is Grimlock doing?" And then the IMAX.
Mark Wahlberg said, "Down, bad dog to a transformer." I couldn't believe it. I was like,
an alien being millions of years old.
And then he threw up a shift perfectly still intact. I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, that's my number 8.
Nice. My number 8.
Oh no, it's Derek. That's right.
Yeah. My number 8 was, even though I fell for it again because I guess I just have a thing for Mila Jovovich, was Resident Evil. Coming in at number 8 as it was another rinse, watch, repeat, average Saturday afternoon movie. If you've seen one Resident Evil, honestly, you have seen every single Resident Evil movie out there.
Okay. Nate?
Number 8.
Mine was Power Rangers. Piece of shit movie about a bunch of moody teenagers. I thought that's what you were going to say when you said it reminded you of your childhood. I was thinking, well, fair enough.
No. we might not got to it yet.
Okay. All right, so I guess I'll start this round off. So we're on 7 now?
What? You just started the last one, so
it was you. Okay, that's right. It's you. Are we at 7?
Number 7.
Okay, 7. Okay.
7, yeah. 7 for me was another sequel, and I fell for it again because I love the original story, but once again, they duped me with the pop formula, and this was Rings.
Rachel, thank you for bringing me the spice rum. I ran out of alcohol. I'm going to be drinking. Oh, my God. All right, go ahead, Derek.
All right,
yes,
Nate.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's it for me.
All right, go ahead.
Hold on, we got to wait.
Go ahead, Nate.
My 7 or wait 6.
7.
6 was 7.
7.
Seven.
Yes.
Yeah, it was this stupid Will Ferrell movie called The House with him and Amy Poehler.
On television.
Oh, the one with the casino?
No, not where they build a casino. It was
Like,
just it wasn't good.
It looked so
Derek,
nice.
go ahead and start.
Oh,
go ahead. And
what
start
is your
forward.
number 7, Dato?
Number 7 is Ring is that
Ring is that.
I thought it was so hilarious that this movie was so fucking terrible. It was so
Dude,
bad. I dropped.
How are y'all
F-bomb.
falling for VHSs? Who has this many VHSs active in Seattle?
Okay, so Samara apparently has gone viral. I thought it was the stupidest thing. It would have been better if it stayed in the videotapes somehow, and it was some sort of weird, like 8mm type thing that some kids. It was just dumb. It was like the opening scene on the plane.
Sinister.
On the plane.
Oh my!
I was
right.
like, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah. So yeah, for sure. Let's go ahead and drink.
Oh, I just did.
So I'm out of Fireball
Number
now.
6, Nate.
I'm out of Fireball. So
I thought you guys were a little too kind. Mine is Transformers. The Last Night. There was nothing good about this movie. Usually, at least the action's pretty good, but this, just a bad movie.
God, it was.
wait a minute.
So bad.
Wait a minute. Is that the third one? I think that's the third one.
Yeah.
Who said Transformers. So I think we.
But like I said, movies are going to be a finite amount of movies. Like, more than likely, I bet at least all 3 of us have at least 5 of the same movie on here.
Oh,
like,
I know
I'm pretty confident.
I know we all have at least one at the top spot.
What? I wonder.
We might have a special guest at number 1.
I really don't think our number 1 would be the same.
I think Derek and I have the same one. All right. So Nate, it's your turn to lead off number 6.
I just did Transformers.
Oh, you did. So it's my turn. I thought you did number 7.
Yes.
I thought you ended with number.
No. He did 7.
So now he's got to start with 6.
The House.
No, he did 7 was the House, and then he just did Transformers.
Okay. All right. So this is my turn. So number 6 for me is going to be The Mummy.
Fair enough.
So much talk about a universe, and that universe is already extinct.
My number 6 was another wash, rinse, repeat movie that I fell for just because Kate Beckinsale was in it and was the most recent Underworld, to which I felt like I saw another movie from 2001, and I'm just, no, never again. Never again, Kate Beckinsale.
All right. Nate.
I even forgot that came out.
Yeah. I have a couple movies on here based just off that fact. If I forgot that I watched them or forgot that they came out, you're on the list.
My
Underworld was one of them.
Weren't exactly high for this next one, but it was just a shit movie. It's The Dark Tower.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just a bad movie.
Based on expectations alone. And you know what else I feel like is going to end up on that same list? Ready Player One. I really feel like it's going to end up in a similar situation. Because The Dark Tower had just as much hype going for it. Like, it was this long-awaited adaptation that we've been waiting for, and it turned out to be nothing.
From what I understand, like, it's a series of books. It's not even just one book. So to try to fit that into a 2-hour and some change movie, like,
that's
you guys can assume what it came out to be. It was shit.
All right. So is it me? Is my next one? My next one is All Eyes on Me.
Oh, that's your number 5?
My number 5. I made that because literally when one of the star characters in the film
wanted you to save that for number 2 so bad.
Comes out and says, a lot of this shit never happened. Jada Pinkett Smith, she deaded the box office appeal of that film. And in the months coming out, while I did make a whole episode about supporting black film, which I still stand by, whether it be bad or worse. I still like what I did there.
Just not Medea's Halloween too.
I think black film needs to be supported, but it's going to be supported through a lot of stinkers, you know. And so I feel like that was a stinker instead of a thinker. So there you go.
Boom.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, keeping with the theme of expectations and everything, this one might be based off my own personal expectations because I expected I didn't expect a comedy, but I ended up seeing a comedy on this one. And my number 5 is Thor Ragnarok for being too damn unnecessarily funny, taken away from the plot of this movie and what could have been. Corrupting the system. Stamped.
Just a contrarian, isn't he?
Yes, they call me Mary.
I can't even think right now.
Take the comedy down from 140% down to 20. This is a great movie. That comedy ruined it for me. It might have been funny, but it ruined it for me.
You're making my penis soft.
It ruined it for me. Oh yeah, by the way, Ragnarok. Let's finish this. I forgot that's what this whole movie's about. Oh yeah. Let's start that now.
We shall rebuild it stronger.
We shall rebuild the foundation there, and we'll be rallied around the troops and have our willers and our wills power. Oh, looks like we're not building anything on that there. Exactly. How you guys reacted is how the whole audience reacted. Like, we didn't need it. You guys rewrote the ending, and it was correct. Nate,
all right, Nate.
Number 5. Oh, y'all just did 5. So now it's number 4.
This is entertaining.
Yeah, mine is, we talked about this a while ago, Baywatch. I don't think there's much to say.
Oh, we got a similar thing, like mind state right now. We got a similar mind state.
Yeah.
Why Baywatch?
Again, just not a good movie, you know.
Mine
Sound reasoning.
Mine is Chips.
Yeah.
Nice.
All these failed Let's Do a 21 Jump Street did.
Okay, I love that the
Yeah.
people who listen to the audio version of this can't see both of y'all's faces. Both of y'all legit had the like. Did that even come out this year?
No, I was like, you saw that? That's what I was thinking. I was like, you saw Chips?
Dude, I took
Come
one
on
for the
now.
team, bro.
But I mean, it's the same idea. These movies trying to capitalize off of what 21
Yeah.
Jump Street did.
Yeah.
Make
Trying
a
to reheat cold
raunchy
French fries.
Yeah.
It's not the
Gotta reheat cold
90s.
French
This
fries.
it's not going to work. It's not the 90s.
It's not the
would've
late
worked
80s and early 90s.
Obviously.
Boy, you better. Boy, you don't get It's your turn, bro.
All right. Number 4. My number 4 in comes where Go Power Rangers, where the expectation, especially personally, after being invited to the private screening of Power Rangers, getting a gold coin, New York Comic Con, everything that the Playaway provided on us.
We sure did.
All
the
this.
Playaway podcast was there at New York Comic Con right before
When this dropped.
film came out, and
Bruh.
so disappointed.
Man, all this just for an ad, as you said so eloquently, for Krispy Kreme.
Ooh, Krispy Kreme. Nate,
I already went with Baywatch. You went with Power Rangers. I think it's
We're at number 4 now.
we're number 4 now.
Was that? Did you
No,
already say
mine
number
was
4, Nate?
Baywatch. Yeah, mine was
Oh,
Baywatch.
okay. I guess Nate started off. All right, go BK. It's you, number 3.
No, if we went to, that's
I
right.
think Nate. I think
Yes.
Nate started like I should have started off 4, but Nate did. So
Yeah.
now it's your turn. But
Okay.
so all right,
Okay.
number 3.
Number 3. Okay, number 3 with me is Go Power Rangers.
Oh, 1 second away.
Nate, did you say Power Rangers?
Yeah, that was my number 7.
That means we all drink. That means we all drink. Go ahead and get that spice rum.
Didn't we already get 3 of these? Aren't we caught up
Yeah,
yet? Is
I
this our
thought
last
the
one?
bet's over.
No, this is something else. This is a drinking game, bro. Come on.
This is sweeten the deal.
It's sweeten the deal. Come on now.
All right.
I saw Nate take it. Yes. Oh. Okay, I take it back. On when I did Alizé, I should or Hypnotic what it was, I should have done spiced rum. So there you go.
Enjoy a good spice rum, like Sailor Jerry's.
Ugh. Sailor Jerry's like, isn't that the sweet tea, the one?
No, you're thinking of a Firefly. Maybe.
Oh, Firefly. Never mind. Oh, shout out to Ian. I was thinking Ian Townsend because it's Sailor Jerry. Yeah, there you go. All right, so what are y'all's number 3?
Based off the fact he was in the Navy, please tell me that's the reason you thought that.
No, that was his thing. Remember Sailor Jerry? As soon as he joined the Navy, that was his thing from here on out.
while he was selling the 7 Seas.
So number 3.
Number 3 comes in with my last insult to the pop movie franchises, Marvel Studios, in which we saw this all when they made the first Guardians, was Guardians of the Galaxy 2. The repeat of the first one that you saw the first time you watched it back in 2015.
I'm not going to let you sit here and name that movie. Are you really trying to corrupt the system, or do you legit think that that was a terrible film?
It was another pop movie. Like, I wasn't surprised by any one thing in that at all. I was not surprised by any, like...
You're crazy, man.
If
You're crazy.
I saw it the first time when we watched Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
You some sort of fucking hipster? Like,
what
you
I'm
like all
saying,
things
dude.
universally
Hey.
loved?
Can we
How do you feel about Forrest Gump? How do you feel about
Y'all know-
Titanic?
I feel
You hate
okay,
those
first-
two,
all
don't
right.
you?
New rule. If
All right,
we
Titanic,
disagree-
please.
New rule. If we disagree
Don't even get me
with
started
your
on that.
choice, if we disagree with your choice, you take a drink. You
No,
get to keep number 3, but
no
you take
rules
a drink for
can
it.
be started at number 3. You should have come up with rules before these. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you come up with some new rules.
Corrupting
Like, just
the
because
system.
I didn't like it, hey, well, everybody likes pop music. I like the D chord, the G chord, the C chord, and the A chord as well. You know what I mean? So does every song on the radio. So does every movie. I'm just saying Marvel does this every time. They've been doing it for 10 years. It's a pop music formula. It's a pop movie formula. They got the formula for success. They're repeating their movies they put out. I'm pretty sure Infinity War is just going to be a more intense version of Avengers. Watch what I tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, he said he loved the D chord. Just want to make sure, for the record, he said he loved the D chord.
It's the chord I play after I pull down the G chord. Or the G string, that's all.
All right, Nate, you're number 3.
Again, I thought you guys were too kind for this one. My number 3 was Rings. This was terrible.
We got to take another drink.
There's only a finite amount of movies. It's not like we're like, I'm looking at the top
Actually-
movies from Thailand
actually,
and you're
there's
looking at top movies
There's
from
a
America.
lot of films that could have been on there instead. That just means
Yeah,
we have,
but no one's...
What? No, what this is
no
a
one
test
watched
of-
the Sunflower and the Bookends in the film
No, but what
festival
this-
in
no,
Topeka,
but
Kansas.
I think, Derek, what you miss the point of is it shows that we're all of a similar mind. It shows that we have a similar taste. So
Regardless of where we rank it.
exactly.
Babe.
Oh, I should have eaten today. All right, and I got to be at work early. Anyway. All right, number 2. Let's start with Derek.
I just did number 3. Or you want to just go?
Then Nate. Nate, go to 2.
All right, number 2. And then you'll hit on one.
Number 2, an even bigger piece of shit than The Rings. Ghost in the Shell. I didn't even finish this. This was unwatchable. I've never even seen the anime, but it can't be anything like this. This was terrible.
That made my number 11 honorable mention. That was my honorable mention. Yeah,
Nice.
I gave it extra points just for trying because she did look good in that bodysuit. My number 2 is Jigsaw.
I didn't see it.
I don't know if y'all
Didn't
saw
even
Jigsaw.
see it because I knew it was going to be the same as Saw
You were
3
right.
through 8 or 9.
It was worse than it was the worst Saw movie ever, and that's saying something. That's saying
Yes.
something. If I say that was
Saw
the worst
5?
Saw film, the worst Saw film ever. I'm telling you.
So you shouldn't. You're saying you shouldn't have saw it.
369. All right, go ahead.
And as my number 2, another movie that I was so
I'm gonna go ahead and start
amped-
pouring because I already know. I already know
No.
it's at least your 2 or your 1. I'm pouring. I already know.
But you've already. My 2 movie,
Just-
as we
just
were
say
going
it.
to be
Just say
introduced
it.
in the opposite of a light universe, we were looking
Just
at a
say
dark
it.
universe
Just say it.
that is not even going to be able to have a big bang of its own because it already had a big flop called The Mummy. Even though
Okay,
she looks
good.
so good in those bandages.
Then I know what your
It
number
is the
1
Oh,
is.
I
Baby.
think I know
I know
what
what
you're...
your number 1 is, baby.
I'm surprised it's not your number 1, Nate. Did you
trust
forget
me,
that
that
you
is
watched
not.
this?
Wait, which one?
No, well, we'll just wait. We'll just
Look.
wait. Go ahead, B.
I
Lead
don't
us
think
up.
our number
Nate.
1s are going to be the same.
I
It's
think
not-
me
it's
and
not.
Brian, me and
But-
BK
hey,
is going to be the same.
Hey, Nate, you start because the rest of us, we going to do it in unison.
The thing
So,
is,
Nate,
the
go
thing
ahead.
is, Nate
But
must
did
have
you guys
forgot that he saw
actually
this movie.
watch? Whoa, wait. Okay,
Wait,
well,
Nate must have
anyways,
forgot that he saw this because the second he hears us say, he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, oh my god." There's
ahead,
my
Nate.
My
number.
worst. my worst was Triple X2: Return of Xander Cage.
That made me cringe.
I don't think Vin Diesel should make movies outside the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a pass on that one. I was like, if this one is not his number one, he better come up with a good one.
However, I'm surprised it wasn't on his top 10, though. He still must have forgot he watched it. That's how. And coming in at number one with your new worst movie of 2017, weighing in at a abysmal performance at the box office. Ridiculous drop-off.
Our special guest to announce it is herself, Cara Delevingne. I cannot believe that you named Valerian and the House of a Thousand Corpses as the number one worst film of 2017.
Did you guys even watch it, though?
I don't give a fuck.
I didn't even watch it. I only put movies I watched.
2017.
Something amazing is happening right now. Something amazing is happening. Because none of us have the same top movie as our worst movie. So my words of saying Nate must have forgot he watched this are going to extend to you, BK, because you must have forgot that you watched the worst movie this year titled Alien Covenant. How did y'all forget y'all saw that travesty this year of ball dangling, recorder playing, sculpture making, android loves hating, terrible shenanigans from Ridley Scott known as Alien Covenant, in which they heard a tune in the universe and changed their whole plot that they planned for the 7-year mission to whereversville. And hey,
yeah, but that wasn't.
No.
Hey,
hold
terrible.
on. Look, hold on. The gentleman from Georgia now has something to say. Thank you, sir, for allowing me to speak. I will allow myself to not. I will not allow. I won't filibuster, but I will say, I have a problem that Mr. Derreck, Mr. Corrupting the System, is using this top 10 worst films to just corrupt the system instead of being honest to our fans, because he allowed Power Rangers to be worse. Power Rangers to top better than Alien Covenant. So you're saying Power Rangers
Alien Covenant was.
No, you're saying
Power Rangers was better than Alien Covenant.
You're saying Justice League was better than Thor and Guardians?
Dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't know.
Your opinion has been ruled irrelevant, sir.
Let me see. Let me rewind to the podcast where it was saying, where it was everybody come up with your top 10, and if we don't like it, we're gonna cry about it. Nope, that's not what it was. It was everybody come up with their top 10 movies that they liked or disliked.
Go ahead.
So
I'll tell you what, if Justice League is on your top 10 best, you can't. If it's like number 8 or 9, you won't get a say anymore because we'll just cut you off.
If I enjoyed it, it may be on there. If I enjoyed it, it may be on there. And if I didn't like it, hey, everyone's list is of their own. Everyone's list is of their own opinion.
That is hilarious.
This is my top 10.
Well, I got a shot that will not be drunk. And I am not taking it at all. Yeah, that's what's
So, where would you put Alien Covenant on your top 10?
It's not even going to be on my worst films. It's not going to be on my best either, but it was a coherent film. You're saying...
Where?
You're saying Transformers.
Where was it a coherent film?
Saying Transformers.
Where was it a coherent film?
Derek, you're saying Transformers was a better film than Alien Covenant, and that's just not true.
Yes, I am.
Oh, come on.
Just because we heard some John Denver in 8-bit MIDI format, we're going to adjust our entire plan that we trained all these astronauts to be in cryogenic sleep for. You know what? Let's go 2 weeks to the right and check out this and not wonder where all these aliens are. Get out of here. Get out of here. The box office agrees with me. Ridley Scott agrees with me from his previous statement of, I'm going to make 19 of these movies all the way down to, I think this might be it. If Ridley Scott agrees with me that he directed a piece of crap, I'm going to be all right with my opinion of it was a piece of crap and arguably the worst out there.
I'm not even mad. I'm not even angry.
You don't have to be angry.
I'm loving what I'm seeing right now.
Hey, man, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. Like I said, if I'm going to be corrupting the system, I may be corrupting the system, but you can't argue with the fact that Marvel is a pop music formula.
True.
It is.
If you listen to this podcast today and you disagree with any of our top 10 picks, please feel free to write us at playyourwaypodcast@gmail.com, or you can go on our Facebook group, Play Your Way Network. So feel free to chime in there, and we will read your responses if we see any, which we probably won't. What have you guys been up to this week?
I've been reprising my role as the puppeteer in GTA 5 and running Franklin, Michael, and Trevor around, causing havoc.
Nate, what you been up to this week?
Not much. We had our holiday party. That was pretty fun. Had a little time.
Control yourself.
Home Depot.
Control yourself. Oh,
went to Trader Joe's.
That
was pretty cool. Got myself a burrito from there.
Man, wow! I'm so aghast that we had different number ones. Well, if there's nothing.
Well, honestly, I pick movies I actually watch. I didn't watch Valerian, so I wasn't going to speak to it.
I didn't watch Valerian either. I feel it was bad, but I've watched Alien Covenant, and I saw him play a recorder and make out with himself.
I tried to keep my list of movies I actually watched.
I'll say this. I attempted to watch Valerian just to be able to put it as number one. So I did my diligence. Y'all should have just tried, because it should have been number one on everybody's list. It was.
I don't know. Triple X2, The Return of Xander Cage.
Did y'all ever see John Carter?
Yes.
Yeah, but I never finished it.
Okay, mix that with Demolition Man.
Why?
And that is this film. That's Valerian.
Because they wake up in the future?
And Cloud Atlas. Mix that in there too. It was terrible. It was a terrible film. No chemistry from the main characters. To me, that automatically makes it number one. I feel like we're rambling now, and I feel
man.
Well, Derek,
we're discussing our top 10. We flew through 30 movies.
Derek,
give or take.
You take leadership now because I took the most shots. Go ahead.
You didn't. Oh dear. No, man. We're just talking about our movies, and like you said, I invite someone to disagree with me on one of these, and I will tell you exactly why I think it sucked. But honestly, I'm looking forward to what's coming up, because our top best movies is going to be next week, where we got our top 10, and we're holding off to make sure we all get a chance to view Star Wars so we can actually properly review it, properly rank it. So be sure and stay tuned for that. But I already feel that that's definitely an honorable mention in the top 5 already, and I assume that may jump on the number 1 spot. I have very high expectations for that one. What about you, Nate?
Yeah, I think everybody does. I'm not so sure about you. It might make your top 10 worst, judging by your your opinions of
judging
things.
By your taste.
I don't know. Yeah,
hey,
you don't seem to like movies with aliens.
I
all three of them.
Movies with aliens.
All three of them had aliens. That seems like the common denominator here.
I enjoy movies with aliens. Well, I guess if you got, let's see, Transformers, Guardians, Rangers, Wonder Woman. Yeah, I guess we do have quite a few aliens. You're right. Honestly, I'm looking forward to Star Wars because it's the iconic Star Wars. It's another Star Wars film, current day and age. Like, I feel like I get to feel like how our parents felt when this came out in 77, 80, and 83. However, but we're lucky and we get to get it annually. So
plus, this is the true sequel to Luke Skywalker's story. Which
finally, like literally, we've waited 34 years for this. I've waited all my life, literally, for this. But I'm sure it'll at least break 20 million in the box office.
Oh, that's what's up. Well,
calm down. I'm being silly now. That's
we do need to get. I don't think 20 million is beyond reproach for this film.
What? For Star Wars?
Star Wars.
You're corrupting the system.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Star Wars.
You're corrupting the system.
20 million. This is going to make at least 220 million in it.
This is going to do over 150 the first weekend.
Okay.
No.
Maybe
are we do at least 200?
Maybe you thought we were talking a different movie?
Maybe. I'm going to leave it alone.
I'm going
to let you just take lead because I shouldn't be talking right now.
He definitely needs to be talking. Tell us why it's only going to do 20 million. Tell us why Star Wars The Last Jedi is going to do 20 million, please.
I jumped outside my body for a second. So
Was
if
it
there's
all
nothing
a dream?
else for the good of the order, shout
I don't
out
hear no
to
buzzer.
my
I ain't heard no fat lady scream.
co-captain,
I ain't heard no fat lady scream.
Derreck.
That's corrupting the system, but I still ain't heard no fat lady scream. I ain't heard no buzzer. I think were you shoving us off the stage right now?
And
I
Nate.
disagree with this. Yep. Hey,
I'm all for
Hey,
ending this. I got shit to do.
Exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, with all due respect, thank you so much for joining us another week for the Player Way podcast. We actually finished in under 60 minutes, which means we made our promise to you to be able to deliver you the curated media that you want. The
Player Way.
Just not Derreck's way.
Exactly. And we did it in under 60 minutes. So
Without the knowledge to leave. So
can you deal with that?
sheep. Oh, that was intense.
So, ladies and
intense.
gentlemen, and everyone in between, with all due respect, no matter what paths you take or what streets you choose to walk down, just make sure you're doing that shit the player way. We'll see you next week. And in the words of Colonel Sanders, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
Woo, still live. But we still live, though. We still live. Man, I am hungry.
Thanks for listening to the Player Way podcast. Recorded in a single take from Los Angeles, California, Dallas, Texas, and Atlanta, Georgia, by Nathan Petersen, Derek Lewis, and BK Jackson.
And I'm Darren Marlar, the majestic voice of the Player Way podcast.
Our opening theme is titled Bound by Ricky Remedy, courtesy of Elysian Records. And our closing theme is titled Coconut King Diaries by Xander, spelled Zahnder. You can find this music by both Ricky Remedy and Xander, and many more tracks on SoundCloud. And remember, no matter what choices you make or paths you follow, just make sure you do it
The Player Way.
See you next week.